Welcome all to VES or LNR Special Endurance Race or Round 5. I guess Race 5, Round 5. Yeah, tonight we are doing Alsace Village. Of course, it's a fantasy track here on GD Sport. But always fun to drive around, especially in Group 4 cars, which is what we are doing tonight in the Toyota 86 Group 4 car. 2 hours around Alsace Village. And yeah, as per usual, racing mediums only for this endurance race. And all the guys start on the grid for a grid start. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, the prizes for tonight, best livery with all LNR sponsors wins an LNR t-shirt, of course. And first place wins the It's Not a Throttle, It's a Detonator shirt from DMR. So yeah, some t-shirts to be won, I guess, tonight. And looking forward to a really good race. If anyone is in chat right now, please let me know if my mic is too loud, number one. And number two, we'll check on the race sound when we get to the race. Yeah, just to get some things out the way, let's go to our Rebel advert. So yeah, if you would really like to get an LNR shirt or merchandise, head over to rebelstoreza.com. Rebel also have a really cool winter line right now, so there's some cool hoodies you can get. And yeah, so check out Logistical Nightmare's merch. And just between you and me, if you would like 10% off your first purchase, just use the Dead Men Racing code, all in capital letters, Dead Men Racing, and you will get 10% off your first purchase from Rebel Store ZA. So yeah, if you want something, go get it. Moving on to LNR Patreon, we have, of course, Logistical Nightmare has Patreon channel or subscription service. If you'd really like to help LNR, it would be really cool. There are some extremely cool perks of being a LNR Patreon member. One being all the guys that are in their own chat, and yeah, we get to talk some nonsense and make some decisions with the admins on the direction of LNR, which is pretty cool. And not just that, you get some training from Coach Dave Academy. So that is really cool, especially for you guys doing ACC. So yeah, if you want to support LNR, I think the minimum support is £1 per month. So yeah, what's that? Just over $20 a month. Yeah, you can become part of the Patreon team and get into that Patreon chat as well. Cool. Getting that out the way, of course, LNR would just like to thank their sponsors, Twins Motorsport, Steakhouse Red, and Sky Coffee. Yeah, and just so that everyone knows, LNR is on GridFinder, so you can find them there as well. And just something quickly before we carry on and get into VES, all you guys doing GD Sports and want to do TVT, Season 3 is just about to begin. So if you'd like to sign up for the next season of LNR TVT, just go to the website, logisticalnightmare.com, and go to registration, and there you should see a registration form to fill in your team details. Of course, it's team versus team, so you need 2 drivers. So yeah, if you want to be part of the next season of TVT, please sign up. And without further ado, let's quickly check if we have any comments here. What's up, gentlemen? How's it, Sharks? Sharks, how's the sound? Is it too loud? Just let me know. Um, Let me quickly. It's very difficult to manage the lobby and do the streaming at the same time. But yeah, Ant got a PS5 and he lost all his GT Sport data, which really sucks. Let's quickly jump into stream and see what these guys are doing. Yeah, so all the guys in their very cool Toyota 86 GR4 cars looking really good. I always love some black and yellow on a car. So some new faces here that I haven't seen before. Defiant and John van Lochenberg, I think is his name. Of course, Mr. Ken Dog himself. Saw a really interesting picture of him the other day when he was 17 years old. The man was looking buff and getting the ladies. So, yeah, Mr. Ken Dog, if you're watching, you need to get back to that, man. Don't hear race sound. Okay. Do you hear race sound now? I hope you do. Yeah, I forgot to switch that on actually. Just let me know if my mic is too loud, because for some reason it's not showing me the bars to tell me how loud it is. So I don't want to shout. Ah, perfect. Thanks, Mr. Sharks. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, what time is it now? It is 7:57, so almost time for quali. Some guys just chilling on track. Okay, is that better, Sharks? Or is that now too soft? It looks like it's a bit better, so hopefully that's good. As long as it's not scratching or hurting anyone's ears, then I'm happy. Awesome, thanks man. Cool, and then of course everyone that's on stream, please hit that like button. We like to have likes so that some more people in the community can see that we are doing streaming with these races. So please like it and let YouTube do their algorithm stuff that everyone talks about. And yeah, let's get some likes up there. Quali's about to start. I need to quickly reset the lobby. Unfortunately, I'm host as well tonight. So let me do that. And quali is on. Okay, it does look like everyone's getting on track. Quali's on, just started. 10 minutes of quali. Yeah, we'll see what times come up. I saw some guys doing low 201s, so I suspect that's what we're going to see. Mr. Fiss also in the house tonight, and Mr. Nitro Merlin. Always good seeing them there. Wimmeister as well. And just the default Toyota livery there. John van Loch over there as well. Oh, good to see Mr. Bridgens back. Mr. Bridgens, I think, has done every LNR VES race so far, so that's good. And then Mr. Wolfman Willie, currently leading, I believe, leading the LNR standings. Also hasn't missed a race yet, so that's pretty cool. Marino's as well. Good to see him back. Mr. KBR Wolfie 101 also here. Looks like him and Fissy are using the same livery. Then Mr. Ken Dog, Mr. 1969, Mr. Ken Dog, and Defiant. First time I'm seeing Defiant, so yeah, we'll see how he does. And then of course Mr. Louis Long. So yeah, guys, if you're on stream, please hit that like button. As Jacques Yaya now starts his flying lap. Let's get on board with him and see how that goes. Keeping it neat. Very tough turn that, you can really understeer there if you get on the throttle too early. Yeah, you just want to manage your speed around this bend and get on full acceleration at the right time. Probably could have gone a bit earlier there, but still doing well nonetheless. Fast right-hander this, that little dip there really helps you to get through the corner. Now for the hard, it's almost a hairpin, but not really a hairpin. You really want to keep it on the inside here, not go too wide on exit. And here you just want to lift a little bit until your car's best position and just floor it around this bend. You really want to hug that apex. You lose a lot of time if you don't hit that apex. Coming into the last part of the track here, hard braking, very tight hairpin here. I want to get to the right here and really go over these curves. If you don't go over these curves, you get pushed very far wide. Really good line there from John. Going on to the second final corner. Don't want to brake too hard. Some people brake too hard here. You really want to roll the car around this bend. You don't have to be too far right here. You just want to manage the car and get good exit. Jock just losing it a little bit there. But I guess he's going to make that the lap to change his tires. Yeah, Sharks, this track it's so much fun, especially in Group 4 cars, man. Especially in these Toyotas. These Toyotas are really good. Mr. Fiss currently with the 2017, so yeah, 201s are definitely there. Wimmeister just behind Fissy. And Nitro Merlin quite far behind first place. Still 5 minutes of quali. I know Mr. Ken Dog really likes the VW around here. Wolfman Willie with no time yet. Let's hop on board him and see how he does. Actually, let's go inside the car. Yeah, you really feel all the bumps on this track, man. Nice and really late apex is what you want over there. Really tough hairpin this. Hopefully Wolfie is taking some slipstream from other Wolfie, so really good exit out of there. Wolfman Willie, 6th place. Nitro Merlin now with the quickest lap, 2:01.6. Fissy on an outlap, so he just changed tyres. So he should improve his time just a little bit. Defiance in 11th place. Jox Yaya hasn't done a lap yet, it doesn't seem. And Mr. Louis Lom either. But it does look like he has very fresh tyres, so we'll see what times they do. I do believe Fissy and Dino have a deal that if Fissy wins, Dino gets the shirt. Dino gave up his spot so that Fissy could race. So I think they struck a deal there. Looks like a lot of the guys in the slip train right now. See where that puts John. He was looking quick earlier, so puts him in 7th, just a second behind Mr. Nitro Merlin. Louis Lom finishing his what is that, sector 2, I think. It really neat. Putting him in 5th, great lap from Louis. 30 seconds of quali to go. Fissy losing it a bit there. I don't think he's going to improve his time now. Cool, time for race start. Let me message the guys, good luck. And let's start the race. Let's hope everyone gets off track nice and easy. Or gets off the line nice and easy. We did do a test start earlier, everyone seemed to get off. Someone stuck on the grid there. Who is that? RBS. Oh, he's not stuck. He just, I guess, didn't know the race was starting. Cool. Windmaster currently in front. I don't know what happened to... What happened to... Nitro Merlin. Okay, that's weird. I haven't received a message that... Okay, so someone didn't start. Yes. Okay. Nitro. Thank you, Sharks. Merlin was first. Louis Lom fifth. Willie sixth. Who was seventh? Finds 11th. Okay, that's where that comes in. Where was Ken Dog? Okay, well, I guess that will just have to do. Cool. Let's hope everyone gets off the line this time. I hope. Okay, it looks like everyone's off the line. Okay, we are good to go. So Nitro Merlin leading the pack right now. Pole position is always nice on this track, especially that first turn. Fissy keeping that second. Looks like Wolfie moving down to fifth. Didn't have a great start. Fiss under all sorts of pressure right now from both Marinos and Monster. Still fairly bunched up here at the back of the pack. Some guys going 3 wide. Back to the front, looks like Nitro Merlin's pulling a little bit of a gap. I know Fissy was under a lot of pressure in the beginning of the lap, so it looks like he's pulling a gap as well from third. RBS Performance picking up some places from the start. Ooh, and then just going off track. Not going to help him much there. Nitro looking really strong right now. Not sure if he's fuel saving. We'll just have to see. Does look like he is a little bit. Fissy as well. Fissy's full saving quite a lot, it looks like. But soon to be under pressure from Meister again. Do some on-board shots here. Oh, I'm just hitting the grass there. Louis Long now in 5th place, putting KBR Wolfie under a lot of pressure. we head back to the back of the pack, Defiance, a little bit far back. I don't know if he had an incident. Marinus and RBS Performance battling it out a bit. RBS had such a great start to the race, but the start of the previous lap just went too wide onto the grass, lost a lot of places. Mr. Bridgens also looks like he's made up a couple of places. He was running 11th earlier, so nice one. I know he really enjoys doing LNR, and especially the LNR virtual endurances. Go back to the front. Nitro Merlin really pulling a gap now to the guys behind him. It does look like Wimmeister passed Fissy. But Fissy right on the back of it. Yeah, the pack's still pretty bunched up. I see 4th, 5th and 6th have kind of caught up to 2nd and 3rd, so still a long battle to be had here. Mr. Louis Lom also pushing hard. Merlin kind of running away with it right now, but yeah, like I said, I've got no idea what he's doing with his fuel. We'll have to see when pit stops start. Still a long race to go, an hour and 52 minutes. But yeah, he's definitely pulling a large gap right now. Tires still look pretty good. Fissy looking like he's saved the most fuel right now, so that may be why Wimmeister is pulling away, but Fissy overtakes him. Yeah, we'll see how many extra laps Fissy can actually get out on that fuel. I'm not sure. So yeah, anyone in comments, let us know if there's something you want to see on the stream. Also, remember to hit that like button. Let's get the likes going. Wolfman Willie still all over Louis Long. Still a bit of a train from 2nd to 7th or 6th, I believe. Wimmeister now trying to take Fissy on the inside. Does manage to do it. Fissy should have the run here. These guys are just trading positions everywhere. Meanwhile, all this battling is just helping Mr. Merlin there in front just extend his gap already, almost 6 seconds ahead. We'll see if the KBR guys in third and fourth are going to help each other get past Meister. They should work together. KBR Wolfie still just ahead of Louis. Louis doing well just to stay in that slipstream. Nitro Merlin already pitting, I'm not sure why. Maybe he feels like he can do a few more pit stops. I'm not sure how long the pit stop takes around here. It looks like it's fairly quick, but it does drop him down to 6th place. We'll see what kind of pace advantage he has now. Jocks Yaya all over Nitro right now, but Nitro should be able to keep together, fresher tyres. His tyres didn't look that bad before he went in the pits, so I'm not sure what the strategy is. Maybe he wants the rest of his pit stops to be on very low fuel, so or run his stints on very low fuel. Going back to the front, yeah. First to 5th, still really close to each other. Let's get on board Wolfman Windy. Screeching those tires. Yeah, all these guys are so close right now. I do believe Fissy is saving the most fuel though, so he should definitely jump this couple of seconds when the pit stops start. Wolfie getting it really tight there. Close to Louis Lom. Hitting that apex there. Meanwhile, where is Nitro Merlin? He should be catching them quickly. He is almost in their slipstream. Yeah, if Nitro Merlin can manage to get ahead of the guys before they pit, he definitely will have a massive advantage for the rest of the race. Now only 2 seconds behind the leader, so yeah, he is flying right now. Let's hop on board with him. Trying to take Wolfie on the inside. Wolfie's still on the inside. Nitro definitely needs to get past these guys if he wants his strategy to work. Oh, and gifted. Wolfman Willie just going too deep into that corner. Merlin really got the run now on Wolfie. Next in line for him, Mr. Louis Long. Pretty sure you'll catch Louis quickly. Good to see Louis is still staying up with Fissy and Wurmeister. Oh, and Merlin spins out. Spins out. That's not going to help him at all, man. Dropping him down to 6th place. He's really going to need to push now to make back all that time. He definitely lost good 3, 4, 5 seconds there. Wait, where is he? He was 1.7. 6th. Yeah. About 5 seconds. Fissy again in the lead. His fuel looking really healthy as well. Louis Long all over Wurmeister. Keeping it very nice and tidy. Where did Wolfman Willie come out? He came out in 10th, so I was pretty sure he went to go pit. It looked like he went to go pit. So I'm not sure if he didn't change tires or what he did. Fissy slowly pulling a gap to the guys in 2nd and 3rd. Louis still keeping it nice and neat. Jocks Yaya now in 5th place. Nitro Merlin catching up to him quickly. Sure, Nitro Merlin was really upset with that spin on, I think that was T4, turn 4. But he is closing in. Actually, let's go to Yaya and look backwards and see what he sees from behind. Merlin manages to pass him. Ah, and Louis Long spins out. Yeah, Louis was doing really well there, but what that means is Mr. Merlin is now back up to 4th. He's caught up about a second to 1st place and just did fastest lap, so he is definitely flying. Fissy now really pulling that gap from 2nd place. I'm not sure what his fuel strategy is. It's still 10 minutes to it being 30 minutes in the race, so maybe he's trying to push it until the 1 hour 30 mark. But yeah, still long race, so Louis can just keep it together and put in some solid laps. He should be back in those podium positions. Nitro Merlin gaining more time again. You see Mr. RBS Performance back up to 7th place. Catching up to Marino's here. And that very nice livery, I really like that. That red tag here livery. And Mr. Bridgens in 9th place. Just behind Wolfie. Also looking strong right now. John currently in 10th with Defiant not too far behind him. Louis Lorme down to 12th place, of course, with that pit stop. And Ken Dog in 13th. It does look like he also just did a pit stop, so yeah. Most of the front runners still need to stop. Looks like a bunch of guys going into the pits now. Fissy saved plenty fuel, so he can run quite a lot longer. And now Nitro Merlin catching up to 2nd and 3rd. Of course on much fresher tyres, even though he did have that spin out. I'm sure his tyres are still a bit better. Is he going to manage to take the inside here? Does look like it. Wimeister making his car as wide as possible. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Nitro Merlin will be happy where he is now, considering his spin out. Oh, Wimeister just going off track. That definitely helps Mr. Nitro Merlin. Wonder if these guys are going to come into pit now. Fissy can still do a good couple of laps. His tyres still looking really good. Playing the long game, which is what you got to do in the VES race. It does look like Nitro is catching quickly. Yeah, it looks like when Wolfman Willie went into the pits, he never changed tyres, which is really weird. I need to ask him about that after the race. Going back, it does look like Louis Lorme did make it past Wimeister, so he should get that de facto 3rd place once all the pits happen. Now Nitro Merlin bringing that gap down to 2 seconds. It does look like Nitro's going to need to pit now. Very low fuel. Fissy can do a lap or two. Merlin also doing another... Oh no, Merlin is going into the pits, okay. Wolfie doing another lap. Nitro taking his time in the pits. So now really going to need to work his way through the pack again, hoping that most of the people in front of him actually still need to pit, so we'll see how that works for him. Let's go look at Bridgens. Bridgens now starting to get low on fuel, so he'll have to pit soon. Mr. Jocks Yaya now in 3rd place. Also looks like he's going to have to pits at the end of this lap. Fuel looking really low. And Fissy too, really stretching out this stint. Tyres still looking fairly good. And keeping it on track. Is he going to pit? That's the question. No. He will do another lap. Wolfie is also doing another lap. Sharks Yaya is going into the pits. Back to Nitro Merlin. Really going to need to get past Bridgens if he wants to overtake Fissy when Fissy pits. Taking the inside. Let's see where Fissy is. Wolfie definitely needing to pit now, same as Fissy. Let's head on to Nitro Merlin and see if he's going to catch up at all. Fissy going into the pits with 0 fuel. Now to see where Mike comes out. It's going to be close, I think. Mike gets past. So he really has to push these laps now. Louis Lom back to 4th place. did jump Wimmeister, so, but I'm pretty sure he's going to need to do an extra stop, so he's really going to need to pull about a 20, 22, 23 second gap over all his stints. Wolfman Willie now in 10th place, he's gone and pitted, filled up. Mr. Ken Dog in 12th. All I know is that whenever VES race comes up with the Group 4 VW, Ken Dog is going to win that. That man is on fire in that car. Nitro with a very healthy gap right now, but he's really going to have to push it. Nitro opting for more stints, but with less fuel. I do know that Fissy filled up, so he's just doing long stints. We'll see if he can climb on that gap, 6 seconds, so we'll check on that a bit later. Meanwhile, Louis almost under pressure from Wimmeister, who's almost in his slipstream, but Louis holding it together. Jocks Yaya in the slip of KBR Performance. See if he can close that gap a bit. It does look like Mr. Performance is pulling a bit of a gap. Gap to first and second still in the 6 seconds. I do think Nitro's just pulled a little bit more, maybe 3 or 4 tenths this lap. Fissy losing a little bit of time, but we know his strategy is a little bit different, so we do know Nitro Merlin's going to have to do a few more stops. So Fissy actually looking the most comfortable right now. I do see that Louis Lorme was passed by Wimmeister. RBS Performance now pulling a gap on Jocks. Meanwhile, Wolfman Willie is catching up to Marinos. And setting base sectors, so he's doing well there. In his WNR DMR livery. At the back, Bridgen's still keeping it nice and tidy. He always also has really good looking liveries. I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. Okay, Nitro pulling that gap by another 2 seconds. Yeah, Fissy also still doing consistent lap times, but does look like it's dropping off a bit. And Louis still all over Wimeister. Almost losing it there. Wim going on the grass. Let's get on board with Louis. Who's now passed. Everyone going 3 wide here. Louis coming off the worst. Suddenly, KBR Wolfie makes 2 positions. His time's also looking really quick right now, so he is definitely moving. Does look like Wolfie has, Wolfman Willie has passed Marinos. Also doing some solid times there. Nitro Merlin extending that gap still. Does look like he will need to pitch shortly though. But that's a good gap to have. Let's see how far. Yeah, it should bring him out just behind KBR or Wolfie. If he pits. See if anything is happening in chat here. No. Cool guys, remember to like the video please. If you're watching, if you have any questions, send them through. This is LNR VES Round 5 in the Toyota 86 GR4 car. Everyone of course driving the same car. The performance Deciding to pit now. Putting Wolfie in 8th, and he's definitely catching up quickly to Jacques Yaya. He just seems to have a bad lap, his previous lap, 0.32. So Nitro Merlin extending that gap a little bit more again. Fuel not looking hot. I don't know if he's going to come in this lap or lap after. Mr. Fiss looking very comfortable as well at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see how this works out between him and Nitro Merlin, because they are both on completely different strategies. Guessing if Nitro pits, he should come out just behind Wolfie or Burmeister. He does decide to pit. So let's see, that's probably Louis Long. Maybe Merlin comes out just behind Louis. Louis deciding to pit. Okay, Nitro 13 seconds behind. Fresh tires, a lot more fuel. Meanwhile, Wolfman Willie has been catching up to Jacques Yaya. He is almost under that 1 second mark. Had a really good lap 20 at 2:19. Meanwhile, there is another LNR stream going on as well, for the guys that are interested in watching the Tuesday night PC ACC Logistical Nightmare Racing. I'm hopping on there quickly and I'm busy checking. And yeah, they have 8 minutes to go in the race. Still looks fairly close between 1st and 5th. Night driving, so looks like they are having some fun. So yeah, if anyone wants to see what's happening there, there's only 8 minutes left of that race. It is also on the Logistical Nightmare channel. You'll just see it is the Logistical Nightmare Tuesday night series. They're currently going around Brands Hatch, and it is round 2 of that series. Back to the races here. Wolfie slowly catching up. Really got to see what Nitro Merlin is doing. He's caught up to him. And looks like he makes pretty easy pass with those new tires. And already brought down the gap between him and Fiss down by a second. Back to Wolfman Willie, now within a second of Jacques Yaya. Always fun racing with the KBR boys. Mr. Bridgen still doing very solid times, very consistent times. He's actually also doing well in the championship, because I think he's been doing every race. Actually, let me check what the standings are. Yeah, Bridgens is currently second in the championship, so yeah, he's doing really well. Closely followed behind by Nitro Merlin. So yeah, Nitro Merlin obviously wants that second spot, and in first place currently is Wolfman Willie. So the standings are tight. Nitro really putting in solid times now. Another 2:13 from him. Brings down that gap between him and first by another second. Of course, as I said, they're both on very different strategies, so we'll see how it works out towards the end of the race. Still an hour and 14 minutes to go. Fissy definitely looking really comfortable. Super comfortable. And I just love those liveries that they're using. Him as well as KBR Wolfie 101. Wolfie is definitely being stalked now by Nitro Merlin. Let's see if we can do another on-board. See if we can catch, see how Nitro Merlin catches Wolfie. Very neat through there, managing that throttle. You can get a lot of understeer around that bend. He takes a really interesting line through that corner. And Nitro just about in, and is in Wolfie 101 slipstream. As before, he's going to need to work hard to get through traffic as quick as possible if he wants his strategy to work out. Keeping it clean. Mr. Kendog, brandy is always more important, man. No worries, brother. It was good seeing you on track. Just hit a like on the video there at least. Don't be say enough. Okay, Mr. Merlin managing to make that pass on KBR Wolfie. See where Wolfman Willie is. He did manage to pass Jarks Yaya. He is going to need to pit soon as well, so we'll have to see. Down to 7th, Mr. Bridgens, 9-7th. Being caught quickly by Louis Long. Louis Long looks like he's got really good tyres. He must have pitted, yeah, he puts it on lap 20. So Louis is going to want to make a couple of moves. Mr. John, looking looking nice. Really like that color on his car. Currently in 10th place. Also looks like he just pitted. One Master also just pitted, so he's going to want to make his way through the pack. He also has a possibility of a podium if he can keep it together. Nitro busy catching up to Fissy pretty quick. That spin out that he had earlier really cost him. And Fissy just keeping it together. Probably going to want to bring those lap times down a little bit. If he can be doing low 202s, he should be good. Mr. Nitro Merlin just banging out those 201s. Yeah, it looks like Wolfman Willie's going to need to pit now as well. We'll see where that brings him out. Meanwhile, Louis is catching RBS Performance really quickly. How's it, Dino? Are you checking in to see if Fissy is going to win you that t-shirt? Dino, hit that like button, please. Okay, a couple of more position changes with all the pit stops happening. Wolfman Willie 9-7th. Meister in 6th. He should pass a few guys when they go pit. Thank you, Dino. Thank you. What I can tell you is a lot of guys on very different strategies. So Fissy's on the save a lot of fuel, take it easy, do long stint strategy. Nitro Merlin is doing very short stints, but with very low fuel. He did have a spin out earlier, which cost him about 6 seconds, so I'm sure he's not happy about that. Wolfman also just pitted, same as Jogs earlier. Get on board Jog here. Wolfie getting a little bit of a better exit there. Ooh. Jock's almost losing it into the wall there. Well kept though. Nitro catching up a little bit more to Fissy. Fissy is also going to need to pit soon. Yeah, it was. Does look like a good fun race. Like I said, a lot of the guys on very different pitting strategies. So first and second are on very different pitting strategies. So it's going to be interesting how that works out in the end. But still, an hour and 5 minutes to go. Meanwhile, I don't know what happened on the ACC PC race tonight. I see they are still live. Yeah, they actually have just finished racing. Yeah, Merlin is doing a lot more stops. I think he's done 4 stops to Fissy's 2 stops so far. Oh no, Fissy's only done 1 stop. Merlin's done 3 stops. Yeah, currently Fissy is 2 seconds ahead of Merlin. Merlin's catching pretty quickly, but Shark's on both very different strategies, so we'll see how that works out in the end. Yeah, we'll get on board Nitro Merlin while he's catching up. He also is going to need to stop soon. Yeah, Kane Dog, I was just saying, it's always so much fun to drive with the KBR boys. Five guys on stream. Come on, guys, hit that like button. No need to waste time here. Just hit that little thumbs up button. So it looks like both these guys are going to pit now. But if Fissy's going to fill up his tank, I think Nitro Merlin will jump him in the pits. So far looking like Nitro Merlin's pit strategy is working a bit better. Oh, Fissy doing another lap. It's very low fuel for another lap. Nitro should come out in front of KBR Wolfie 101. I think a pit stop here is around 22 or 25 seconds. Merlin already out. Now may get a little bit of that undercut. Oh, okay, cool. So you guys practice these stunts. Well, yeah, if Nitro Merlin can gain about a second on this lap on Fizz, he should pass him while Fizz is in the pits. Fizz's fuel looking really low right now, and he still has a lot of lap to do. Yeah, Merlin's only filling 75%, but he's pushing the car a bit harder. Fissy is just run out of fuel, it looks like. But yeah, he's filling his car up. He's doing full stints and much longer stints. So let's see if Nitro Merlin manages to pass him. He should. Okay, Nitro Merlin back in the lead. KBR Wolfie 101 in third right now. He's going to come out just behind Fussy. And Louis Lorme looking like he's starting to push the pace a bit. Yeah, I didn't think they need to change the pit times here because it's actually a very short pit lane. So Wolfman Willie still looking comfortable in sixth there, but Jocks Yaya still keeping that gap under 1 second. Also doing blue sectors for himself. Well, Dino, you're welcome to join in commentary if you want. Bridgens also just did his last stop, whereas Marinos is about to do his stop. So yeah, everyone on very different stops at the moment, pit stop strategies. Nitro is just really going to want to pull that gap by another, I would say, 6 to 10 seconds in this stint. If he can do that, he should be pretty solid for the win. Okay, Dino, let me add you to a party. Sorry guys, I'm just quickly adding Dino. If I can see him online. Dino, okay. Let's voice chat that. Okay, Dino, I opened up a party chat, just check. Dino, you there? I don't hear Dino, so I don't think he's there. Maybe I've got him muted, let me check.
No, there we go. It takes about 20-30 seconds for me to connect these days.
Oh, okay. Weird. How's it?
Absolutely wonderful. How are you, bud?
Good, man.
It's an interesting race, this, is it not?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. But you also know I like these cars as well. They're so fun to race.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Now, there's some interesting strats that can be used here. especially with the tire and the fuel wear that's so high for a 2-hour race. So the fuel depletion is massive.
So that's why there's so many pit stops. As Louis Lom goes for his next pit stop. We'll see where that brings him out.
Yeah, they should get about 58, 59 laps.
For the full race?
For the full race, yes.
It's a lot of laps.
I think it was 57 or 58. Yeah, we did a practice race the other day.
Yeah. A full-on practice race.
And it was going to be very interesting. Yeah, we were bored. So we said instead of just doing laps for 2 hours, we might as well just start the race and do it in the race. So
yeah.
It was quite good.
I see the only close battle right now is...
Unfortunately, I think my voice is bad because we just lost a viewer.
I didn't even notice that we lost a viewer. No, we lose viewers and they come back, and we lose them and they come back, you know. It's just how it goes.
Interesting racing, though.
It's just how it goes. But yeah, Mr. KBR Jocks, yeah, still close to Wolfman Willie. They've been pretty much close this entire stint, last 2 stints.
Yeah, Wolfman is losing a little bit of time per lap, but if you have a look at the tires and the fuel comparison between the two, you can see where Wolfman gains it every time. So Yaya hits a lap slightly faster than Wolfman Willie, it seems, every lap. But then in the pits, Wolf just jumps that gap back again.
Yeah, for sure.
Which makes always interesting racing in endurance races.
For sure. I love it when there's a whole bunch of different strategies.
Oh yes, 100%. You can't wait for the last 10 laps to just see everything unfold.
Exactly. How does it feel being able to get into a lobby then?
Mate.
I think it's the first time ever.
It is the first. No, it's actually the second time. The first time was testing the day after you got your PS5.
No, but
so
you
it was the first one getting a call. Come inside.
But then you never tested it, so let's just be fair.
We did.
Let's just be fair. But anyway.
We tested.
Anyway, Nitro Merlin now...
Defiance is, yeah, nice guy.
Nitro Merlin now almost 11 seconds ahead of Fussy. So I reckon if he can get another 6 seconds ahead, he should be clear for the rest of the race, I would assume. But he did spin out earlier, so let's hope he doesn't do that again.
Yeah.
That spin out cost him 6 seconds.
And I can see he's not shifting at the pace that he was practicing. He doesn't always trust it, you know. He doesn't trust strats as much, so I'm assuming he's putting in more fuel than he's required and just revving the crap out of the car. So we'll see.
Yeah.
At least they wouldn't be fighting for seconds on a 2-hour race. So if they had to, then that would have cost him.
For sure, for sure. But
wonderful livery he's got.
Yeah, it is nice, eh? I do quite like it as well.
Oh, and then the KBR boys have got 2 stunning liveries as well. KBR Wolfie, in fact, when I visited him, you should see the gallery of liveries he actually has. This man has got some talent with the livery designs.
KBR Wolfie.
Yeah.
Yes, you dropped off a t-shirt by him the other day, right?
I did. I did
yeah,
the Logistical Nightmare t-shirts.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well in the race as well. So him and Fussy are pretty much in the same space. Wimmeister was closer to them earlier in the race, so was Louis Lom, but Louis Lom had a spin out. So Louis Lom could have been in between KBR Wolfie and Wimmeister. But yeah, he had a spin out which cost him a lot. RBS Performance has also been looking good. In the beginning of the race also had a terrible spin out, made a lot of places and then spun out. So yeah, a lot of these guys just, you know this track, you hit the grass, you're kind of screwed. And there's a few places where the car understeers a bit. And if you just touch that grass, these rear wheel drive cars just spin out, man. Thank you, Mr. Buck. Appreciate it, man.
Oh, Kendall Mawa, you were giving Defiant a run for his money. That was awesome, Kenny. Why didn't you do the race though? Why didn't you do the race? It was going to be lovely to have you here.
He was there.
And sup, Sean Buck, sup.
He was doing. He was there until the hour mark, and then Kendall said he his brandy was running low, so he had to go get some more brandy.
Oh, then he definitely has to go, yeah. Otherwise, he changes into another person.
Yes. But yeah, looking further back at the field, we still have John looking not too bad. He also just pitted. It's very weird to know where everyone's going to end now because everyone's on such different pitting strategies. Like, it's weird.
If you just run through if you actually run through it and just have a look at the tires and the fuel, if you do it quite fast, it looks like a flickering of completely different strats and tire wear.
But that's my point. So yeah, everyone's on like very different strategies. So it's really only going to make a lot of sense.
Now, the long game allows you to do 12 laps on fuel. If you can really push it, you can get 12 laps on fuel. So that will be the ones you can do 12 laps fuel, 12 lap tires, which is good. Then you've got a 10 lapper, then you've got the 8 lapper, and then the little tricky myself and Merlin worked on the first 2 stints, which probably threw off a lot of people if he did it.
Yeah.
We wouldn't understand it, but it would have all made sense at the end.
I want to put out, Sharks, I know this is your job, but I want to put out a suggestion for livery of the night. And I think it should go to KBR Bridgens. Because he just has a really cool livery. Really freaking cool livery. That's my livery of the night, personally.
Yeah, it's really smashed that car with the stickers, eh?
Yeah, but it just looks so cool. I love how the bonnet is.
It does look cool.
It looks really cool. So yeah, that's just my commentator's bias coming in. Yeah, Sharks. I know you decide, but yeah, to me that's the best livery of the evening. Although 10th place, Marina's livery also looks cool, but I don't think that is a LNR livery. So
no, it's not. It's just this downloaded livery.
So yeah,
RBS Performance also has a decent one.
He also has a pretty cool livery. But you know me,
yeah,
I like
yellow
and black, so
yeah,
that's always cool to me.
So Jarkaya doesn't have a sponsorship one. Neither does Vim Meister. So yeah, I must admit, I think it's going to be between RBS Performance and, like you mentioned, KBR Bridgens.
Totally.
They've got all the sponsors on, which qualify them for that.
Exactly.
Merlin has got a sick livery, but he can't win 2 shits in one night.
Yeah, no, that's against the rules. The rules that we made up when the situation arose.
Just like now, I agree. Otherwise, DMR favoritism again. We don't want that.
Well, he still has to win it.
So
like I said, they.
Yeah, well,
we don't know.
Commentator's curse.
It's
please.
still 47 minutes.
That statement.
Still 47 minutes left. Yeah, Ken Dog, but you didn't race all race. I liked your livery, dude. But then you only raced 45 minutes. It was a cool livery, but then it was only 45 minutes.
So my vote will go for KBR Performance. RBS Performance. Well, you can't say that anymore because he refuses to remove the RBS from his name. Very stubborn, so it must go to KBR RBS Performan.
Performan.
Yeah, Performan. No R in the middle as well.
Okay,
he refuses to remove the RBS.
My bias goes to Mr. Bridgens. I think that livery looks sick.
Okay, so there's our 2 votes. Shawnee, it's Performan for me and Bridgens for Ruan.
Shock says he will add his name to the hat. No blessed. Meanwhile,
so
Nitro Merlin
on 12.8 seconds there.
Yeah, so but he's gonna come into pit soon. But that does mean he might jump KBR.
He will put at the end of the next lap. We'll put end of the next lap.
No, knowing how it's been going, when his fuel is there, he's pitted. So I've got a feeling he's gonna pit now. Just from what I've been watching. If this was Fizz won't go pit, he'll do another lap. See?
Merlin? Not trusting the strats. We'll see what he did. Unless he made... he probably adjusted that one lap for the spin, so let's check.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, but Ken Dog.
Oh no, it is the right one. It is the right one. Apologies.
What?
It's end of 27, right?
Yeah, 37. We had 37.
Yeah, okay.
Ken Dog.
Or 37 rather, yes.
Defiance livery is cool. Let's just go back to him.
But he doesn't have the sponsors on also to look.
But there's no... To win the LNR shirt, you need all the LNR sponsors on your car, so... which Bridgens and KBR Performance have, so... Let's see where Nigel Merlin came out. So Merlin came out behind Fissy, 10 seconds. He's really going to push now. We know that now he's on fresh tires. He's definitely going to pull onto Fissy really quickly. Louis Lom suddenly all behind KBR Wolfie. But obviously KBR Wolfie also just pitted, so he's got some fresh rubber. Meanwhile, Wolfman Willie also just pitted, but he's really catching Wimmeister, but Wimmeister also just pitted, so yeah, Wolfman Willie can still make a couple of places. He still has Jocks Yaya right on the back of him. These two have been battling with each other pretty much the whole race.
Jock Yaya's got a little bit less fuel in him than he does now, and they both pitted at the same time.
Yeah, but Jocks Yaya has been saving more fuel than Wolfman Willie. I've been noticing that as well. Meanwhile, RBS Performance is almost caught up to Jocks Yaya.
Jumped Merlin by 8 seconds, so it looks like it's about a 21-second pit stop loss for Merlin's strategy, which is less fuel.
Yeah. But Merlin will make up that time.
It's going to be interesting to see him.
He'll make up that time quickly. That's for sure.
For sure. 25% at 1 second per 7 liters, 7, 14, 21, 2.5, 1, 2, 3.5. 7 seconds just on fuel that it'll save per pit stop.
Exactly. Dino, I'm just going to get something to drink, so I'm going to keep it on Fashwater first. Just continue speaking. I'm just not going to hear you. I'll be back with you in a second.
Smooth. Very smooth.
Yeah, I've been doing this for...
substitutes.
I've been on here for an hour and a half, really. I'm getting parched.
I believe Anthony dropped you in the hot soup.
No, he got a PS5 and he lost all his data for GT Sports. It was a big mess up, so it's all good. But yeah, I'll be back in a second.
Perfect. So having a look at Freshwater first, his strat seems to be a slightly longer strategy. I believe he might be doing the 12-12-12, which is very interesting. It will only be 5 stops then, instead of 8 or 9 like Merlin, which would have done the 5 and 7 on the first tank of fuel instead of fueling for that first stop, and then ran on 7s and 8s. 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8. That's the one. That's the one. This will be very, very interesting to see between the two of them with a 7.5 second gap how it's going to pan out. KBR Wolf also keeping it quite decent and close. Louis Lom slightly trailing him. And Wimmeister trailing Louis Lom, but Louis Lom will have to pit in the next 2 laps, judging by his fuel. Merlin definitely closing in that gap to about 6.7 seconds in the jump. So I think 2 pit stops from now, Merlin will be out ahead of Varswatervis, and then Merlin will have a pit stop advantage where he'll come out in front of Varswatervis. Then we'll definitely be able to see that. "40 minutes of racing left, Sean." Definitely the case. It's going to be super interesting to see. About another 20 laps. Yeah, so it means Varswatervis will do 1 more stop. The next stop will be his last stop. I believe it would be his last stop. 20 laps, 10, 10, 8 and 12. No, he might do 2. I think he might do 2. Unless he got his strategy wrong, which will see him having a longer or shorter last. It's going to be very, very interesting to see on where this Red Bull Racing VES car will come out. In the next few moments or so, he's definitely going to start having a look at his laps left, time left, as well as his fuel and tire wear. So it's going to be making for interesting to see if his strategy worked out until that time.
Okay, I am back. What happened while I was gone?
Hello, back. My name is Dean. Well, Louis Lom and Vermeister and them had some quite close racing, but then Louis Lom had to go pit. So the mid-pack here from 3, 4 and 5 is making for interesting racing. However, I think KBR Wolfie and Wolfman Willie is going to have the closest race of them all.
Yes,
they're on the exact same fuel and everything.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing the same strat, to be very honest.
Does look like it, and Wolfman is catching Wimeister. As I said before, our current leaders in the championship is Wolfman Willie, second place Mr. Bridgens, and in third place Nitro Merlin. So Nitro Merlin might go to second place if he pulls out a win here tonight.
What is the point difference? Because I know they reward, there's no throwaway races, so if you miss the race, you're gone.
Yeah, so Wolfman Willie's on 115 points, Bridgens is on 96 points, and Nitro Merlin is on 92 points.
Okay, beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful.
So yeah, it is.
So 115 to 92, it is 8, 15, 22 points. Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting. Merlin is definitely catching up. In the next 2 stops, Merlin would be close enough to Varswatervis. And that last stint is going to be super close, because there is about 18 laps left.
Yes, it's going to make for some interesting driving. Now on board with Wolfman Willie as he's trying to get past Wimeister. Wim just taking that curb too much on the inside makes it easy for Wolfie, but Wolfie's hard.
Wolfie's gonna go. Ooh, he snatches it. He snatches it.
Does just snatch it.
And knowing the guys are all on a party chat.
Yes, they are all on a party chat, so they're always having a lot of fun. I know we missed Mr. Jason Absmeyer tonight. I would have liked to see him on GD Sport. I know he's busy practicing for ATK, so...
He was busy practicing earlier, that's correct, yes. Man has got pace already, so it's going to be interesting to see this weekend.
Well, that's awesome. That is really cool. I'm glad that he could come right.
Merlin has now caught up to 4 seconds.
Merlin, up to 4 seconds, yeah. So...
I think he might catch Varswatervis on the next pit stop, and then Merlin will have to do 1 more pit stop.
Yeah.
In the split center. This is going to be incredibly interesting.
It's going to be close, I think. Like I said, there's just so many strategies going on. You just don't know what. You just don't know what's what.
Yeah, Varswatervis's pit stop is going to be slightly longer. It's going to be super interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens.
Meanwhile, Wolfie is still ahead of Wimeister, but it looks like RBS Performance is catching up to both of them. But Wolfie does look like he has a bit of pace now. He, of course, will also still have one.
Wolfie and Wolfie.
It's so nice to see at this time in the race that there's still so many guys so close together. There's still a battle for third place with third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, and even seventh. Jox Yaya isn't far
That's the
behind.
nice thing about longer tracks like this and GR4 cars. With the GR4 cars not having massive power, it's just keeping the speed, and if you can stick out lap after lap, the racing is going to be super tight.
Always a lot of fun. Yes, Kendall.
It's very easy to stick in the slip, even if you're 3-4 tenths faster.
Yeah.
Every corner's got a massive run up after it, so if you lose a tenth, 2 tenths, you'll just gain it back on the whole track. So, very interesting racing.
100%. But yeah, it's just really nice to see that at this point in the race that there's so many guys still battling for a podium spot. 3rd to 7th are battling for 3rd, which is really cool. But it's getting really hot. It looks like RBS Performance is going to take Wimeister as well. But Wimeister gets a good exit on that last turn. It's all about...
Merlin is now only 1.1 seconds behind VES. I think we have a battle that's going to ensue here. Or they will allow the strats to play out and give each other a gap. This will be interesting.
Well, let's see. I'm going to get on board with Nitro Merlin. Since he's close now. He's obviously got a lot of pace. Obviously a lot fresher tyres than... Mr. VES. And those, check how consistent those times are from Nitro Merlin. 2012, 2012, 2012. So he's definitely pushing now. I love the inside of these Group 4 Toyotas. Just looks so cool. It's one thing GT Sport is really good at, man. These cockpits. Not the easiest to drive in cockpit view on GT Sport, as it is in ACC.
Definitely. It always makes for some cool exposure and experience of the cars, so it's quite nice.
But yeah.
Okay, he's now within slipstream range.
Yep. He's going to want to get past first before first pits, so that he can pull a little bit of gap, so that when he needs to pit again, he...
VES made a small mistake.
That's the nice thing about these Toyotas as well. They're so nimble, it's really easy. Like, you can do extra close racing with them. They brake so well. And
oh, definitely. It's so nice.
So well.
Okay, so he's not going to give it. He is defending. This is racing. I love it.
Yeah, of course. If I was VES, I'd be defending as well. I don't want to give...
Oh, there we go. Practice that move. There we go.
I don't want to give Nitro...
Nicely done, Merlin.
The spot.
He's going to see how far VES is doing his space, or his strat. So I think it's going to be very close. And the battle is not over. VES is not going to just let him go.
No, for sure. For sure. VES still has a lap or two that he's going to do. Yeah, because VES can do 30 minutes without pitting. So he wants to go past that 30-minute mark. But this puts Nitro Merlin in the best spot. He just needs to pull as much as gap as he can.
He's just broken the slip.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back to third place. Wolfman Willie is still about 3 seconds behind Gabriel Wolfie. But Wolfman Willie's pulled a bit of a gap on RBS Performance, so...
Look at the tyre wear difference between Wolfie and Wolfman Willie.
Yeah, and they pit it at the same time. Yeah, KBR
Yep.
Wolfie is definitely using those
RB performance into the pits.
front tires. Okay, Nitro pulling a little bit more of a gap. Really pushing it now. Yeah, Fizz is going to need to pit, and Nitro Merlin as well, Mr. Kendog. But Nitro is going to need less fuel.
Nitro's going to have to pit twice.
Oh wait, Nitro is going to need to pit now. Nitro is going to pit now. Fizz is going to pit now. They're both going to pit now. But yes, Nitro is going to need to pit twice more. So, yeah, he's in the right position now. He just needs to get out the pits quickly and push laps. If I was KBR...
No, he was using too much fuel and putting in too much.
I would maybe try and do the same strat that Nitro is going to do right now if I see that Nitro is going to the pits right now. Then rather push a little bit harder than I have for most of the race. Because Nitro is going to pit, Fissy is going to pit, Wolfie doesn't, KBR Wolfie doesn't need to pit, Wolfman Willie
Neither of them are going to make both of them are going to have to pit again.
No, Fissy makes 30 minutes. Makes 30 minutes on a full tank, so he can go to the end of the race.
That's 15 laps. That's a ton of fuel saving.
That's what he's been doing. He pitted at the hour 30 minutes mark. He pitted at the hour mark. Now he won't need to pit again. But yeah, so Nitro, because of that less fuel that he had to put in, it's a 7-second gap and should pull a bit of a bigger gap, I guess. I'm guessing he's going to need to pull at least, what's that, 10, 12 seconds in the stint.
Well, if it's 22 seconds difference, he needs to gain 15 seconds. Whether he gains 7 seconds on the stint and then catches up by 7 seconds on the next stint,
yeah,
it's going to make for close racing. So he needs to be a second a lap fast enough for the next 7 laps, go pits again, and then catch up that 7 seconds that he's lost. I just noticed that he's been using a ton of fuel, which wasn't necessary, and that might have given him a second and a half, 2 seconds every single 7 lap stint.
Yeah.
Which means he has to fuel as well, which is another 4 seconds lost per stint. Which is a good thing though, it makes for close racing.
Look, he did have that spin out earlier, which cost him 6 seconds. It's only a mistake he's really made in the race. Also, because of that spin out, he had a lot of traffic to deal with. But now that KBR Wolfie's tires are going a bit more, Wolfman Willie is catching up pretty easily now.
This is going to be an epic battle for the podium spot.
It's so exciting, man. Like I said, it's so fun after a long race. I mean, we've done some endurance races, at least Sharks and I, where the first 3 guys on podium have lapped the whole field. By the time it's the end of the race, you're not going to catch up a lap at the end of the race. So it's pretty cool to see the guys are still so close, and there's only 25 minutes to go.
Okay, Merlin has got his 1 second gap.
Yeah, he's been constantly every lap gaining almost a second on first.
And he needs to do that now in the next 7-8 laps. He's now, with the 15 laps left, he's going to do a 7-lapper, 8-lapper.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. Depends on what his stretch, because his stretch was going to be 5, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8. very interesting. Very interesting. I just absolutely love this. One would never have thought it's going to be such close racing. Yeah, Wolfman Willie now only 1.2 seconds, 3 seconds behind Wolf. Oh, he made a slight mistake there. This is going to make for interesting race between these two.
These two are going to definitely be battling. Because they should be pitting together, I suppose. Actually, yeah. They'll be pitting almost together.
They're pitting at the same time. They're running exactly the same strat.
Merlin up to 9.3 seconds now, so he's doing what he needs to do if he wants to do that extra stop. Well, we know he's going to have to do an extra stop, so
100%.
Jocks are just falling a little bit back now to Wolfman Willie. By like 6 seconds, which is strange because the whole race they've been pretty similar paced and close together, but they'll all be coming in together. So, ooh, KBR Wolfie just getting a bit wide on that corner. It's going to slow him down a lot. Actually, costs him about 4 tenths. Wolfie almost within a second now.
The understeer on Wolfie 101's, there we go, the understeer I would have said now, but because of that front tyres, Wolfman Willie was going to be all right on him.
Yeah. This is exactly
much less understeer.
This is exactly what Wolfman Willie wants, going into the pits now, is being right on top of...
ahead.
Yeah. Well, whether ahead or just behind, doesn't matter, at least he can still battle coming out. So just has to keep it
I think these two are having an absolute ball of a time. Wolfie versus Wolfman Willie.
The two wolves going at it.
Ooh, Merlin had a massive mistake on that lap, so he didn't gain any time on that lap. He's pushing very hard. A little bit erratic.
Okay, both these guys going into the pits now, I assume. They do. Both are on the exact same amount of fuel, so they should come out together. Nitro Merlin, 10-second gap. Well, he still did a 2017, so he's still doing 201s. But yes, I suppose he could have probably done like a 201.3 or 4. Firstly, currently running 202.5s and 202.3s. Yeah, Sean, but these Toyotas in general are a lot of fun. They're actually really slow compared to other Group 4 cars. They really suffer on like power tracks. They have no top end, but handling wise, they are so good, man. And their fuel consumption is good as well, compared to most other Group 4 cars. So somehow, RBS Performance is ahead of Wolfman Willie. Wolfman Willie filling up his tank. I don't know if he's using a full tank for every 20 minutes. I don't know if that was a mistake. KBR Wolfie just filled just over half. So I think Wolfman Willie just overfueled. Completely overfueled. And RBS Performance has taken advantage of that.
To be honest, I think Wolfie 101 underfield.
20 minutes to go? I don't know.
10 laps.
Hmm.
And on fuel saving, with this shifting on red block, you get 12. Wolfie 101 has just got more than a half left. That's about 7-8 laps.
Okay, so you reckon he might run out of fuel at some point?
Yes, unless he drastically fuel saves. I mean drastically.
Yeah, makes sense.
If he's shifting like this, he's going to run out of fuel.
Makes sense. Well, we'll have to see with... Oh, he come RBS Performance pitting now, so... I don't know why. His tires still look good. Unless he needs more fuel. Okay, Nitro now at 11.3. What's up, Mr. Kalen Pace? Welcome to the stream. Please hit that like button there. Support LNR with the clicking of a button. Yeah, that fuel does look low, so we're gonna have to see what happens with KBR Wolfie 101. A lot of guys still need to do pits. See, Louis Lom also just pitted and he's got similar fuel to Wolfie 101, so I don't know, we're gonna just have to see. I just got a feeling that Wolfman Willie put in too much, way too much fuel.
It might be the case. Let's have a look and see.
Nitro Merlin just hitting the fastest lap now and hitting purple sectors. Just at a 2:01.1. So really pushing it now. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with him and Fissy. Do you see where Fissy's fuel is at the moment? It's also similar to KBR Wolfie, so I think Wolfie can make it on that fuel.
No, Fissy has got like 15 laps or 15% more.
Oh yeah, shit,
approximately.
You're right. Okay.
I think Wolfie 101 underfueled a bit, and I think Wolfman Willie overfueled a bit as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's a case of both. Yeah, Nitro Merlin, I don't think he's going to build enough gap. Unfortunately, he's multiple stopper. He didn't do it correctly, and it's going to bite him in the arse now, because if he just did that consistently, shifting at about 90-95%, but he's completely revving the crap out of his car, putting in 5, 6, 7% more fuel because of that, and that's 3 seconds a stint, 3 seconds a stint that's being lost completely for nothing. So, good learning curve for him. I'll definitely have a chat to him afterwards to say why we put in time and then it's changed. But then all kudos to Fissy for just keeping it on and consistent. So,
yeah, man.
But I'm very curious to see about Wolfie and Wolfman.
Yeah, that's really going to be interesting to see. But yeah, we still got to see. Nitro Merlin still has another stint where he has to run really low fuel. So maybe he's going to run even less fuel in the next stint and can really push faster lap times. Yeah, it's unfortunate with his spin out he lost 6 seconds, so technically he could have been almost 20 seconds ahead at this point in the race.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if Fizz has made a mistake. I don't think he has. Every time I've seen him, he's been pretty consistent. So He's definitely
Merlin is reaching regions at the moment, so we'll see what the backmark situation here is going to be like.
yeah, that's another thing you got to contend with is the back markers. It does look like Bridgens is slowing down, so it allows.
He did almost to a point too much that
Yeah.
Merlin needs him in the rear. That was going to be funny.
But yeah, good to see Bridgens doing every VES race so far this season. That's really cool to see.
Wolfie 101 is not going to finish. He's not going to finish. His fuel's done. He's not going to finish the stint. There's no ways. Not on a quarter tank.
Yeah, maybe when he goes in the pits, if he realizes he's underfueled, he won't change tires. He'll just add a little bit of fuel. That may help him a little bit, but it's going to be tough.
Well, it just lost another second on lap. That lap did a 2:02.1. He needed to know a second a lap, every lap. Let's see when he will go and pit. I think he's going to pit this lap. And he's going to come out about 9.5 seconds behind. It's not going to be enough. He's going to...
Well, considering they both have the same tires on now for this stint, remember, Fissy's tires are going to be completely used compared to Nitro's.
Also not
fresh.
with the pace that he's running, eh? Remember the lights of the cars, you know the Toyota we're racing
No,
with.
for sure. But Nitro is going to have the advantage of having a fresh set of tires that Fissy won't have.
He's got 7 laps. He'll have 7 laps to get a second a lap, to get 9 or 10 seconds above.
Yeah, which I think is going to be possible with a lighter car and newer tires. Remember, every lap...
Well, he's only gained 6.5 seconds on this stint.
Yes, but remember on this stint, they both had a fresh set of tires. This next stint... it's
going to be interesting to see.
Merlin's going to have a fresh set of tires.
7 lap stint, so... To get half a tenth more in such a short stint is exaggerating the tires. So let's check. It's going to be interesting, but let's see. I think still the biggest race is between Wolfie and Wolfman Willie.
Like I say, Merlin's also going to need a lot less fuel. He doesn't need as much fuel as he used now in this stint. And with much fresher tires. I think he can do it. It's going to be close, but I think he can do it.
It's going to be another 7 laps.
Yeah, that's fine, but I think he
He's going to have to fall for 7 laps. So it's going to be 70% that he's supposed to throw in. I think he's going to throw in 75 because he's using more fuel. So let's check. He's going to come out about 9 seconds behind.
Yeah, and it's going to be a shorter pit stop for him. He's not coming out yet. He's going to need to come out. He's coming out now. Yeah, it's going to be about 9 seconds when all is said and done.
I'll call it 8.5.
So,
the hunt begins.
now we're going to have to see
7 laps,
how the hunt
8.5
begins.
seconds.
He's going to have to get past Bridgens again, I suppose.
Oh shucks, it's only going to be 6 laps, right?
Yeah,
Only gonna be 6 laps.
6 laps. Ooh,
8.5 seconds.
That's asking a lot for...
That's rough. That's 1.3
6
seconds
laps.
faster. Which means he needs to go into 2 minutes.
See, the strat would have been...
If Fissy makes a foot,
Yeah, the strat would have been really good if he didn't have that spin out, because he would
if he
have
didn't
only
have a
been,
spin.
he would have only been 2.5 seconds behind right now.
Yeah, but he would have also, if he just didn't drive the bollocks of the car, you would have been ahead by the second last stop.
Okay, so
like you also calculated.
KBR Wolfie 101 pitted. He did put on new tires
pits.
and he fueled up. So Wolfman Willie now in 3rd place, but suddenly Wimmeister.
Wait, Wimmeister is there.
Exactly. So
He's done. He's set for the finish. He's gonna go straight
Yeah,
through.
so
like
these
Wolfman
two are
Willie.
going to be
Both of them
battling.
are going straight through.
Both of them are going to be battling for
But
podium.
Wolfman Willie has got much better tires.
Yeah.
So let's see what will happen.
Meanwhile, Nitro did get half a second on this lap, but that's not enough. Or just more than half a second. This is going to be really close. This is going to be really close, I think. But yeah, Wolfman Willie is now under a lot of pressure from Wimmeister. Wimmeister's actually worked out his strategy to perfection because it looked like he was nowhere earlier, and now suddenly is fighting for podium. Mr. Quarantino, welcome to the stream, man. How is your ACC racing going, by the way? Nitro Merlin, yeah. Nah, it's 7 seconds. There's not going to be enough time. You might finish like 2 seconds behind Fissy. Unless Fissy makes a big mistake. His tires still look fairly good though, to be fair. Wolfman Willie now pulling a little bit of a gap on Wimmeister. Yeah, that's good to hear, man. ACC is another animal, for sure. So yeah, KBR RBS performance jumped Jox Yaya. We lost someone. Mr. John. Disconnected. Always pulling a candle on the crowd here. Need some more brandy. Okay, Nitro Merlin got that gap down to 6.4 seconds now. But it does look like he's pushing harder than he needs to, which might be losing him a little bit of time.
All I'm watching at this moment, we'll see what happens.
He is flying right now though. I think this should be a purple lap.
It's going to be a little too late. He's not going to catch up in time. There's only 3 laps left.
Yeah, almost there, Mr. Bossman. Still turned out to be a freaking good race. Wimmeister passed.
Wimmeister has just overtaken Wolfman.
Yeah, so
Wolfie's going to be patient.
yeah, Wolfie just needs to stay on him. Wolfie has much better tires.
Hey, and Wolfie 101 is right behind them. These two have been battling quite significantly, and that's allowed Wolfie to catch up.
Okay, so we have a race on we still have a race on our hands for podium positions.
We do.
After an hour and 55 minutes. Nitro Merlin at 5 seconds now. honestly so cool to see after 2 hours that it's still so close. Ooh, Wimmaster hit the wall there. That's going to give Wolfman Willie the run on him on that straight. Costly mistake for him there. Also means that KBR Wolfie 101 is right on him as well.
Only a tenth and a half away from slips. Going to be very interesting.
I don't know where to look.
Man, oh man, this is racing.
I'm quickly jumping to Nitro Merlin. Nitro Merlin now at 4.8 seconds. Not enough time. There's two laps left. I'm going to get on board KBR Wolfie 101, who's hitting purple sectors, yeah?
Wolfie 101 might keep the Meister busy, which will allow Wolfie to maybe break away.
Yeah, I can see he can smell that third place. It's right in front of him.
Yeah, and Wolfman has got better tires than Wimeister, and then Wolfie 101 has got the best tire with all three. So I think Wimeister is going to be the first victim to Wolfie 101.
Well, he has a great spot for an overtake, so let's see if he can pull something off here. Goes in deep. Just doesn't
Very
really...
deep. Wants to have a run up.
Yeah.
No, it's not
tough,
going to have it.
tough corner to do that on. Ooh,
Wimeister goes on with wide tires on shots.
Which means Wolfie 101 is going to have the run on him. He's going to want to be on the outside here. So he can have the inside on the next corner. Does he make it happen? So close. That just allows Wolfman Willie to pull a little bit of a gap. Back to front runners. Now 3.8 seconds. And yeah, a little bit too late with 2 laps to go. Wolfman Willie smiling right now while the other two behind him are battling. And does look like Wolfie 101 makes the pass, and pretty cleanly at that. Those fresher tires definitely help.
This is interesting racing.
Yeah, Wolfie 101 catching up quick onto Wolfman Willie. Let's get on board him again. It's oh yeah, he has so much more grip. So much more. Wolfman Willie just trying to close that inside. Trying the outside overtake here again. Oh, it does the cutback. Might actually work, but Wolfman Willie still has the inside. Wolfie hits the grass.
Yeah, looks like Firewater first will take it.
Oh, these two just tap each other, but Wolfie makes it out ahead.
And now Wimeister is back in action.
Now pulling onto, I guess this is the final lap. I don't know where to have my eyes. Okay, it does look like Fissy's going to take it. Merlin's
Fissy
just...
will take it, definitely, yes.
Merlin just
that's a shit in the bag. Some consolation to Nitro. These guys are having so much fun, mates. I'm telling you that now, Wolfie and Wolfie are having so much fun.
100%. Last lap battle.
Imagine that on a 2-hour race.
Too much fun, man. Yeah, Wolfman Willie
A little bit tire away.
just doesn't have the grip. You can just see how he's sliding, getting that understeer where KBR Wolfie just has such more cleaner lines.
Fast forward, the first takes about 2.9 seconds.
Fissy takes it. Nitro second. Third place, we still don't know. Anything can happen in these last few corners. Wolfman Willie right on the back. But I don't think we'll have enough unless he gets some super run up this last straight. Oh, Wimmaster hitting the barrier. KBR Wolfie 101 taking that last podium spot at the end. Wolfman Willie hitting the wall.
Absolutely wonderful racing, mate.
Wimmaster 5th. RBS Performance looks like he's going to come in for 6th. Jaxiaya 7th. Mr. Louis Lom will be the last one to cross the line at 8th. And our other finishers 9th Marinos, 10th KBR Bridgens, and 11th Defiant. Nice racing from
wonderful racing, mate. I'm actually happy that I joined in. Yeah, it was close. Some action-packed battles for P1, and then obviously the podium filler spot battle was just, yeah, insane. Both Wolfies definitely had some fun there, guaranteed.
So much freaking fun. See, I told you Flash Water first would make a tank for 30 minutes. He was doing hectic.
You said so.
Hectic fuel saving. Yeah, there we have it.
What a race, boys. Thanks for inviting me for the last half of the race. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was cool. I
think it was going to be amazing. It was definitely fun.
Really
Thanks for hosting this, and get the next combo out quicker, please. Maybe the next day or two even will be lovely.
Well, Ant's got a problem now with GD Sports, so it might not be that easy. But yeah, there we have it. Fissy first, Nitro Merlin second, Wolfie 101 third, Wolfman Willie fourth, Wimmeister fifth, RBS Performance in sixth, KBR Jocks EIR in seventh, Louis Lom in eighth, Marinos in ninth, KBR Bridgens in 10th, Defiance in 11th. Mr. Kendog falls in 12th place because he exited. Yes, Mr. Kendog, you needed your brandy. And I think that last position was for John. Was it John? I need to...
John Funlog.
Yeah. Screen print this. Let me just do that quickly. And I did save the replay, and well done everyone. And last thing is thank you everyone for watching. And what? Thank you, Fissy. Well done. That was a good deal. You made a good deal. Thank you everyone who tuned in tonight. It was really fun. Actually, it was one of the best VES races we've done in a while, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, thank you to LNR sponsors, Twins Motorsport, Steakhouse Red, and Sky Coffee. And yeah, we'll see you guys for the next one at the end of next month. So yeah, before you leave the stream, please remember to hit that like button so we can get some more likes on these videos, and we appreciate that a lot. And yeah, Dino, thank you for pulling in as well. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. It was a lot of fun. But yes, thank you, and cheers everyone. Thank you, Dino. Until the next one. Cool, man. Cheers.